Okay, we're all here. Now everyone pay attention. You were all chosen for a very specific assignment and a very specific reason. For the next 6 months, you will all undergo the most rigorous training regiment that has ever been designed, and it is created with one purpose: to hone your body and mind to the peak of its potential. This training technique has been adopted in various ways over the years by various different cultures, but you will be getting the original version, in my opinion, the superior version, before it was diluted with other disciplines. So, before we get started, we have a little bit of orientation to go through first. And before we get to that, I just want to ask if anyone here has any questions. Oh, come on, don't be shy. You have a question, go ahead and ask it. You don't have to raise your hand. This isn't kindergarten. I'm sorry, Who are you? You don't look like one of the new recruits. You don't even have the right uniform. Can someone check and see who... If you're not part of the training, how did you even... Oh. Okay. No, that makes sense. We've had a lot of trouble with wayward mages opening portals to different places without knowing how to close them. So well, I guess you will just stand aside while we figure out what to do with you, and I will continue the orientation for everyone else. I guess it doesn't hurt to look around. But don't get used to it, you won't be staying here long. And you can't tell anyone what it is you see here. It's secret. It's classified. It's very sensitive information. I'm sorry, are you doubting me? Do you think that's wise? You don't even know where you are. You really think that you have any sort of authority here? Technically speaking, intruders are supposed to be thrown down the side of the mountain. Consider it my curiosity. We've had other people stumble in here through accidental portals, but never on orientation. Never. You're distracting me from what I need to be doing. So, you will stand aside quietly, and if you like, you can follow the orientation. But you do not interrupt again. And I can answer any question you have after I've finished with everyone who is actually here to train. Okay, since we have an unexpected guest, and I will have to deal with this, we're going to make orientation very brief, so pay very close attention. The doors on your left lead to the dormitory. You will sleep there. You will clean there every day, every morning, immediately after waking up. The doors across from there on the right, they lead to the dining facility. You will eat breakfast, and you will eat dinner there. We serve 2 meals a day. This is intended to help you lose any excess body fat and really refine the muscles in your body. Now, you know the door behind you, because that is where you all entered through, except for our new friend here. It leads back down the path to descend the mountain. And the door behind me is off limits to new trainees. Do we have any questions? And before anyone asks, no, I'm not telling you what's behind this door. It's off limits, and that's all you need to know. Perfect. Then you are all dismissed to find your bed and begin making this place your home. You're going to have a very difficult 6 months ahead of you. I suggest you take this opportunity to relax. You won't get many more of those going forward. Now then, where are you from? Well, from the looks of your clothing, you obviously did not climb the mountain. You would have froze to death. So, your story about being accidentally brought through some portal, it does make sense. But who are you? What do you do? I don't know if you're being serious, or if you just don't want to answer my questions. Fine, we will come back to that in a minute. Well, I'm afraid I don't know how to send you home. I'm no sage. I am a warrior. I fight. I don't cast spells. No, hold on. You said yourself you came here through a portal, but the concept of casting spells is foreign to you? How do you think the portal came to be? Of course it was magic. Do they not have magic where you're from? Interesting. Well, there isn't much I can say because I'm not at liberty to disclose certain secrets. But what I can tell you is that everyone who has accidentally fallen through a portal has had some sort of magical inclination. And if you don't even come from a world where magic is, well, maybe it is real, maybe it's not, maybe people just forgot how to access it. But either way, you came from a world without magic. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Perhaps we should take you to the High Sage and see what he has to say. Ah, well, that's not an option right now. You see, the door behind me, it only opens once every 5 years. And, well, we've got, 3.5 years to go. Not even allowed. The door is magically sealed. It will not open. So I cannot get an answer from him for several years. Well, that's not my specialty. I can consult with some of the sages and see if maybe they know how to send you back. Generally, those who accidentally stumble through a portal are pulled back out when the portal collapses. It's automatic. But you are still here. Where did you wake up, exactly? What reason would I suspect you're lying? It's fairly common, it's embarrassingly common, that people stumble through portals. It happens, honestly, every other week. What makes this different, what makes this unique, is that you come from a world without magic. And the portals require magic on both sides in order to exist, in order to function. So, if your world has no magic, it should not have been possible for you to end up here. Which, of course, means there must be magic. You insist there's not? I promise you the fundamentals of magic require that there are. Like I said earlier, it must just be that you've lost touch with it. Me, I can only do the very basic. Just enough to create light, really. Nothing more. But it would explain why you're still here, even after the portal closed. Or, actually, did it close? I need you to bring me to where you woke up. Because if that portal's still open, it may be possible to just send you right on through. Well, even if it's not, we need to know where it was. So that the sages can do whatever it is they do and try to reopen it and send you home. Just over there behind the pillar? Really? Oh, no, don't worry about what I'm thinking. Walk with me. And we'll take a look and see if... I'm not trained in magic, but maybe I can notice something to pass on information. Right there, you're sure? You're completely 100% sure? Fair enough. You woke up here kind of groggy, I imagine, from the... What is it they call it? The portals... portal lag? It doesn't feel right. I don't know. Long distance travel, especially the quicker it is, the more it tends to leave some kind of brainy afterfog. Look, like I said, I'm not the magic one here. I use my fists, not my books. I mean, it's mostly books. But I do know that every little bit, every little tiny piece of information you can offer is going to be helpful. And I realize it's not the easiest thing to remember, especially because you were not awake when it happened. But you are mostly certain you woke up right here. Alright. There are certain things I'm not at liberty to disclose. I will say this particular side of the pillar, facing in this particular direction, there is some significance to this. No, it's beyond me, remember. If you want someone to punch a board in half, I'm your girl. But I'm not so good with the teleporty magic stuff. And the High Sage will not be able to help us for another several years. And I imagine you would want to get back before then, get back to your life. So, would it be better? Really? Away from all of your friends and family up here, training day and night, sometimes without getting sleep for several days. Would that really be something you would prefer? Well, I do confess I have not seen your particular attire anywhere before. It's very unusual. This fabric is tough blue fabric. What is it called? This is not cloth. Denim. Is it flexible? It's very tough, very, I imagine, resistant, but is it flexible? Is your type flexible? Why don't you take these jeans off then? I want to get a look at them. This material, this could be very useful. Well, it's very tough, and, well, I've said that a couple of times, yes. Look, I don't exactly have a scratching post around here, okay? They don't take too kindly to me. Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble when I was just a young cub, and I don't do that. But I do still need to keep them in working condition. You know, not only do I know how to fight, I also have natural weapons. It would be foolish to let them degrade. Exactly, and this material would be fantastic for sharpening my claws. It would also be very useful as a uniform to stand up in the harsher weather, I imagine. Can you add insulation to it? Well, I wouldn't have to ask so many questions if you would just take it off and let me look at it. Oh, really? Who's going to care? We're up here, away from everything. Everyone else is off doing whatever it is they're doing right now. It's just you and me here, and I want to learn more about this fabric. Just hold still. Okay, fine, you don't have to take it off, just hold still. Oh. Oh, I need to pull my hands away or those claws are going to just come out. That's a very nice feel. suppose I offered you something else to wear instead. Would you be willing to let me have those to examine the material? Oh, I don't mean like keep them. I just mean look at them. Examine them, feel them, see what it really is. It doesn't feel like cloth. It doesn't feel like leather. I don't know what it is. It intrigues me. I want to know. Yes, of course, it's called curiosity. Very funny. Here. Because you can wrap it around yourself and then take the chains off and I can look at them. You're so shy. Is that normal where you're from? To be embarrassed undressing around others? No, I don't mind. You can wear this. Ah, now let's see. What? Oh, what a wonderful fabric. I feel the instinct to just dig into them with my claws. I better give these back to you before I do, but can you teach us to make this? Can you teach me? Can you teach our sages how to recreate it? Of course, I have a lot of questions. I'm naturally very curious. Hell, that's the reason I've joined this monastery in the first place. To see, to learn, to experience, and I have never regretted it, and I need to stop even thinking about that fabric. Yes, why don't you do that? I'll take mine back, you put yours back on. Sorry, a little distracted. Alright, since you did, do me the favor of letting me examine your jeans, right? Did I say that right? Okay, these jeans. You did let me look at them, you did let me feel them, and are at least considering letting us try to recreate them. And I will answer one question, only one, that has to do with the nature of this place. It is not wise to publicize your greatest weakness. All of our trainees are here for 6 months. And every single time we get in a new group of trainees, we tell them that it will be about 3 more years until the High Sage will exit their chamber. That is not true. Lie, misdirection, clever concealing of important information, perhaps. The way you phrase it is irrelevant. There is no High Sage. What actually is there, I will not say. You have not earned that privilege. Just know it is a great deal more exciting than some ancient mystical man. Now, I must get along and make sure that those trainees are actually settling into their new home. You are welcome to follow if you wish, and should you like, you can also join them as a trainee. I will explain along the way. Shall we? Hello everyone, Star here, and thank you for listening to this video, audio kind of thing. Now, this is our second Tigress character. The last one kind of stumbled upon our listener in the jungle. This time, we're going straight up Kung Fu Panda with a twist. And in my head, at least at the moment, the twist is kind of like those Doctor Strange portals, right? So we're doing sort of a Doctor Strange meets Kung Fu Panda hybrid thing, I think. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I do think, because history has shown big feline women tend to do really well for me. So I do imagine this will probably be a pretty good video, which means I'm going to do sequels. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to be Tigress? Come on, Angelina Jolie, yes please. Now I'm not sure um, if the listener is going to become a trainee or not. I, I see a lot of pros and cons in that, and I'm not sure which way to go. I think the quote obvious way would be to become a pupil and, oh, you're actually the best pupil. How the hell did this happen? You must have been brought here for a reason, right? Like the whole chosen by fate or something. But I also think it would be hilarious, and this is just me personally, if rather than that, the listener is almost like some mascot in the background who gets all these special privileges because they just lucked into waking up into them, rather than being some super amazing superhero. I think that's really funny. Now, I don't know which way I want to go with it, and I'm sure, and I invite you guys to go into the comments and give me some feedback on that, because I am really wanting to get more community involvement, because it honestly feels better. I love Fan Friday because it is, to a point, it's something we work on together. And so having more of that, even in a limited form, is awesome. I'm not saying I'm gonna go with whatever most people say. By the way, I still, what's the phrase? Retain creative control over the story, because I am an artist. But I want to hear what you think, and I want to take it into account, into consideration. Now then, I kind of just kept going with this one, and we're looking at almost 30 minutes in Audacity, which again is going to come down a bit after editing. But I don't want to keep going. This has already gotten a little lengthy, so I will say thank you so very much for all of the likes and subscriptions and comments and everything you do. It means so much, and it's amazing to see, especially lately. A lot of my metrics have been coming back very positive, and I'm sure that has something to do with uploading more content. I know. But still, I'm not the one sitting there liking these things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 times. I don't have a botnet account doing that. Like, it's you guys, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.